The 2021 season is officially underway and the Daytona 500 has come and gone. This race was one of the most anticipated Daytona 500s in a while, and there were a lot of stories coming into the season. Going into the race, there was a threat of weather for the second year in a row, and the race went underway and had a lap 3 tribute similar to what they did in the 2011 Daytona 500. I feel like the outcome of the race completely changed on lap 14 when we had a big pileup. I remember my friend John and I were watching, and we definitely agreed that it was way too early for this. This took out many big dogs in the fight. Oh, and then we had rain. For like 7 hours. But the great news was we finally got the race back up and running after about 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which sounds a lot better in my opinion than racing on Monday. Yeah, so a lot of people commented on how there was a lot of freight train racing. This was a result of that lap 14 wreck. There were lesser cars, and because of that, it was difficult to form an inside line. Not to mention, I'm sure more drivers went into conservative mode until the final couple laps of the stage and ultimately the final couple laps of the race, because the key is to be there in the end for a race like the Daytona 500. And for one driver, he was in the right situation at the right time and stayed out of the mess on the final lap. And man, there was a hard crash going into turn 3 on the final lap, but I was very thankful that everyone walked out of their cars, and I hope everyone is okay from that wreck. Especially for Brad Keselowski, who the rear end of his car basically got tore apart from the catch fence. Then also guys like Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Austin Cindric had a pretty big hit too. They pretty much had the worst of it. And in the end, at the timing of the caution, we got a surprise winner. And I know a lot of people always want to see that big underdog winner at these super speedways. Michael McDowell gets his first career Cup Series win, and it comes at the biggest race of them all. I'm absolutely thrilled for him. He's been in the sport for quite some time, and he does a great job with what he has at Front Row Motorsports. And not to mention, this team can be a dual threat at Daytona and Talladega. Now a reminder that David Reagan scored the team's first win at Talladega back in 2013. Sure, the race itself wasn't cracked up to be, but when you look back on things, every car has a driver, and every driver has a story, including that of Glendale, Arizona's Michael McDowell. Even if this ends up being the only win he ever gets in his career, it is safe to say now, he can say that he won the Daytona 500. That's what makes not only this race, but NASCAR as a whole special. I do believe in what Fox has said, that this could be the best season ever. Oh yeah, by the way, McDowell also has earned a playoff spot, which is big for Front Row Motorsports. The only time they made the playoffs was in 2016, when Chris Buescher got that upset win at Pocono. This was of course the final Daytona 500 with the Gen 6 car, which originally was supposed to be last year. But thanks to the pandemic, Gen 6 car runs an extra year. Next February, we will see the debut of the next gen car. And I will say this right now, I'm announcing my intentions to go there next year. Meanwhile, we have an exciting season ahead of us as we head to the Daytona road course again next weekend. By the way, McDowell's a bit of a road racer himself. I know a lot of people were disappointed with how the Daytona 500 was, but every now and then we get races like those. But yet we still had a crazy finish and a race of twists and turns. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of that as the season goes on. Thank you for watching this quick video for basically my thoughts on the Daytona 500. And I do have a Sunday Night Lights update. I'm happy to say I finally got all the Cup races done. Work last week was hectic and I really struggled on sleep. So I will do my best to get those videos out when I can. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching this quick little video. I'm Sonic831, and I will see you in the next video.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go! You! That!
Way to get a first victory at Daytona 500, are you kidding?